We go in depth now with the Target 12 investigators. More cannabis retail shops could be coming to Providence after the City Council gave the green light to a retooled ordinance just last night.
Target 12 investigator Alexandra Leslie joins us live now in studio. And Alex, this ordinance puts Providence in compliance with the state law that took effect in 2022.
Yeah, that's right. So as we know, the Rhode Island Cannabis Act was signed into law just 2 years ago. It made recreational marijuana legal in Rhode Island so that adults over 21 could possess, use, and grow cannabis with some limitations. The 2022 law also split the state into 6 geographic zones, and it allowed up to 4 retail-only licensed cannabis establishments in each zone. The ordinance also creates 2 new classifications of retail establishments. That's social equity and workers cooperative cannabis retailers and cannabis retailers, which the city said are designed to mirror the state's licensing types. Now, the city said the license classifications would ensure that communities disproportionately harmed by past marijuana laws, as well as cooperative business models, can, quote, meaningfully benefit from the cannabis industry.
And Alex, there were a few public hearings so the community could weigh in. Did that change anything about the language?
Yeah, it did. There were some safety components out in the ordinance that was passed last night, making sure that there are strict signage guidelines, keeping a mandatory buffer from public or private schools of at least 500 feet. Plus, any prospective retail owners need to notify neighbors within 200 feet of a potential new establishment. And there are consequences if retailers don't comply with the city signage requirement. You could be fined $100 for the first offense and $250 for additional offenses.
And Alex, a majority of the councilors approved the ordinance. What happens next?
So next, first of all, councilors passed this in an 11-2 vote last night. So now it heads to Mayor Smiley's desk for his signature, or he could veto it or let it pass without his signature. I did reach out to Mayor Brett Smiley's office, and a spokesperson told me that the mayor does not intend to veto it, but he also does not intend to sign it either, kind of quietly signaling what he thinks about the ordinance.
All right, Target 12 investigator Alexandra Leslie, thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.